will this Bitcoin or will crypto benefit society as a whole? And in which ways will it do that?
I think the easiest answer to that is that it's an entirely new monetary system. So the big thing about Bitcoin is, I mean, and there's two things at play here with crypto. There's blockchain technology and there's monetary alternatives, right? And Bitcoin for me is when it comes to a monetary alternative, Bitcoin's your winner and your leader. Then there is Monero. I do believe in the other project, a privacy project called Monero, but that's a whole different conversation. Blockchain is more, the technology and the framework where you can use a whole bunch of other stuff. You could put identities on the blockchain. You could use your login via blockchain instead of via Facebook, for instance, to save your identity. You could put documents like asset registers on the blockchain. So there's that technology. To answer your direct question here, Clint, about how can it change society and our lives, I think the big one is it's creating, Bitcoin in particular, and one or two of the others are creating an alternative monetary system. So our monetary system today in the modern culture is based and built around the US dollar. I genuinely believe in the next 50 to 100 years, the future is going to be built in an alternative monetary system. Before the US dollar, it was the pound. Before the pound, it was actually commodities. So it was gold. Well, you could argue that it was the denarius, the Roman denarius, etc. But in Roman culture and in ancient Rome, it was still underpinned by gold, silver and gold, right? Mm-hmm. So your monetary system was commodity based. It was gold, it was silver. You had barter trade going on where people could trade wheat and what have you, but they'd trade their wheat, their crops, their livestock for gold and silver, right? Yep. Then came along the British pound, the US dollar, and what Bitcoin provides us is a new alternative to this current monetary system. So Bitcoin is an entirely alternative monetary system, which is run by the people. Bitcoin is run by the people. The people have the power to which is how it was meant to be. If you owned a plot of land and you grew a certain amount of crops, you could trade and buy and sell with your neighbors for what they've made and for their livestock without the interference of the government. But with government interference now, our buying power is being reduced, and we're at the mercy of those governments. Yeah. So for me, having a new monetary system, I mean, I'd be totally happy if it's just gold. If we all go back to the gold standard, if we're all trading gold and silver coins, I'd be totally happy. But the reality is a lot of the governments own that as well because they're the ones buying all the gold at the moment. So I think Bitcoin provides an alternative monetary system for society to operate on. And it goes back to the people, Yeah. The people can buy and sell and trade in a currency that belongs to them, that they know is not going to lose value.